All right, so our third and final driver of change is mobile. It's a really big one. You know, according to research from mobile marketers, 70% of all mobile searches result in an action within 1 hour. If you look around you, you'll see a steady stream of consumers surfing the web on their smartphones, their iPads, Nooks, and Kindles. You know, and this is a trend that's hardly slowing. It's almost impossible to overestimate the impact of mobile computing revolution. In fact, the proliferation of cell phones, smartphones, and e-readers and tablet PCs might be one of the most underestimated and underhyped shifts in business today. You see, today, 87% of Americans have mobile phones. It's their number one most used technology device, with 73% saying so versus only 58% saying it's using their desktop PC. In a recent mobile internet report, Morgan Stanley projects that mobile browsing will outpace desktop-based access within 3 to 5 years. It's clear that the future of web is tied to smartphones and tablets and other mobile devices. More and more people who visit your website will do so from a small screen device instead of a hulking desktop or laptop. So what does that mean to you, the local business owner? It means that if you want to have an effective web presence that supports your business goals, you need to have a website that supports a multitude of platforms, specifically the smartphone. In fact, a study from Google found that 6 in 10 mobile users will leave a website if it's not optimized for a small screen. So if you have a chance, go on your website on your smartphone and see that if it is mobilized or not. If your business site looks cramped, cluttered, or illegible when viewed on a tablet or smartphone, you run the very real risk of turning away your most valuable asset, and that's your customers. In a weak economy, mobile matters. You think this, mobile stuff is much ado about nothing. Let's put this into perspective. The economic recovery is a sluggish one. People are still worrying about losing their jobs. Millions of homeowners owe more on their mortgage loans than what their homes are worth. Credit card debt continues to weigh down US households. These are challenging times for sure for consumers. As a business owner, you do not want to give them any more reason not to buy your products or services. Further to that, you don't want to add any additional friction to the process of buying your products or services. A streamlined website for mobile is a new must-have. When you consider people with smartphones are still turning to search engines to look for information. And what's more, studies show that when people use their smartphone to search for info, they're more apt to take immediate action. They search from where they are and go immediately to what they find. According to research from mobile marketers, 70% of all mobile searches result in an action within 1 hour. So again, how does your website look and perform on a small screen? What kind of experiences are you providing to would-be buyers? Is it a good user experience? Is it a so-so user experience? Or is it a poor user experience? So let me just sum up everything here. What does all of this mean to you? Well, let me ask you a few questions. How many of you search online before deciding what businesses to buy from? How many of you choose a company based on the recommendations you heard from friends over social media? And how many of you carry a smartphone with you at all times? We all do. And again, these trends are only accelerating. As much as we might wish they'd go away and let us continue with our business as usual, the search, social, mobile paradigm is not going anywhere. It's really here to stay. And the important thing now is to ask the hard questions and seek out the answers, even if they shake things up a little bit. How do these changes impact the way consumers interact with my business? How do these changes impact my business growth? And how do these changes impact the way I approach marketing of my business? You see, dramatic change calls for, a renewed focus on the fundamentals. Given all these revolutionary changes that we've discussed, search, social, and mobile, you might be worried that you're going to have to make drastic, revolutionary changes in your business. And that's not necessarily the case. Our experience shows that there are 4 key marketing systems that you need to be optimized in order to maximize growth. And in today's wired, always hands-on, a hyper-competitive marketplace, the marketing systems that I'm about to present aren't even new. They're not gimmicks that were cooked up the ivory tower by some pie-in-the-sky TED Talk guru. You know, they're proven concepts that have been tested, retested again in the marketplace. Now, sure, some of the tactics have changed, but the strategies themselves haven't. As it happens, these 4 essential areas all start with the letter R. And those are reputation, reach, resell, and referral. These are the 4 things every business needs to plan for and optimize to maximize their growth potential. Data shows that, and my experience proves, that each of these can account for about 25% growth on their own, and when you combine them, can have a compounding effect that can ignite growth to over 100%. So let's briefly run through each element and explore how maximizing these 4 R's could significantly impact the growth of your business.